Hi Al,
Hi,
how are you?
good.
Okay, last lesson we had a little look at nerves and the nervous response. And nervous responses happen really quickly, don't they? If you put your hand in a fire, it's like, hey, it's really quick.
Yeah.
There is another sort of response. It's called a hormonal response. What's it called?
Hormonal response.
Very good. And this happens because of chemicals which travel inside your body, and they are called hormones. And there's lots of examples of hormones, and they're made in things called glands, which are inside your body. And I've got a little list here of some of the different glands. So have a little look at this diagram. This shows you all sorts of different glands that you've got in your body. So you've got something called the pituitary gland at the top.
Where
Can you see that?
pituitary.
That's right. And that's like the master gland. That's really, really important. It controls a lot of the other ones. Remember, these give out chemicals which travel throughout the body, yeah?
Yeah.
The
Next is
Go on.
hypothesia.
Hy hypothalamus. And the hypothalamus deals with temperature, which we're going to come on to in a second. But all of these basically give out all sorts of hormones. Thyroid is underneath that. That gives out something called thyroxine. The adrenal glands give out something called adrenaline. Have you heard of adrenaline?
Yeah, speed. Stamina.
Well, yes, it's called the flight or fight hormone because you're either running, flight,
Kidney.
the kidney, that's right. Do you have to sit really, really close to the camera? I'm sorry, it's
Yeah.
such a bad picture. Do pull the camera closer so you can see better if you need to.
Yeah,
Um,
but the words are so small I can't see it even if it comes closer.
oh, sorry, Alvin. This says adrenal, and that's adrenaline. This says pancreas, and the pancreas produces a lot of hormones as well. You can see the overall picture, can't you?
Yeah.
All right.
Ovaries in woman.
Ovaries. Women have glands called ovaries. You haven't got any ovaries, Alvin.
Ugh.
Poor Alvin. But you have got
Testes.
testes. Testes, they're called. And they produce hormones as well. Now, the thing is, these chemicals travel in the blood, so their reactions are a little bit slower than the reactions that are a result of a nervous response. So these are called hormonal responses, and they happen through chemical messages called hormones. They're produced from glands, and they travel in such a way that they're less if you think about a nervous response, it's very local, isn't it? It happens just there. If somebody pinches you, you go, hey, and you pull it away, it hurts there. It doesn't hurt the back of your head, all right?
It hurts your thumb,
Yeah,
finger.
yeah, it hurts wherever the pain is. A hormonal response can affect the whole of your body. So, for example, you know how I have to shave,
Yeah.
and you don't have to shave, do you?
That's because I'm
That's
young.
That's because you're young, and it's because the hormones that produced the change in me that made me have to shave haven't been produced in you yet. And that happened as a result of hormones that were produced. But it was a slow thing. I didn't wake up one morning, and you won't, Alvin, wake up one morning and suddenly go, "Whoa, I've got a beard. I'm a grown up." Right? It doesn't happen overnight. It happens slowly. And a lot of these hormonal things happen slightly more slowly. We're going to have a little look now at the way in which hormones regulate something called,
Testes.
well, no, not something, they don't regulate testes, they regulate your body temperature. So, look, let's suppose this is a section of a skin. If this is a section of a skin, what do you think this might be that I'm drawing here? Any idea?
Um,
What's in your skin? This is a very super close up.
bones.
No, have a look on the
Blood.
surface of your skin. What have you got on the surface of your skin? hairs, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that's a hair. It's got a little erector pili muscle there, which makes it stand upright. So that's just to show that this is indeed your skin and not something else. Let's move that up a little bit. Now here we've got a little capillary. Now, can you remember what capillaries were?
Um, something which sound
What's
like chloroplast.
No, capillaries carry something in them. Can you remember?
Carry blood.
Very good. And these capillaries um, carry blood all the way around the body, but especially
Your eye.
um, up near your skin. So I'm going to show you what happens here. Let's have a little look. Ba-ba-dum, ba-ba-dum, bum-bum-bum. Right, now the blood gets pumped in through here, right? So the blood's
Yeah.
coming in and it goes through these capillaries like that in the surface of the
How
skin.
about the bottom line?
There you go. Happy with that?
Yeah.
All right. Now, if it is really cold outside, you don't want the blood to come up here, really. You want the blood to come down here. Why is that?
Because the higher means colder, the shorter means hotter.
Well, you don't want the blood near the surface of your skin because then it will cool down, won't it? You
Yeah.
want to keep the blood in the middle of your body so it's safe, it's nice and warm, it's protected by all that fat that Daddy's got. Get the idea?
Like, how about the bottom?
So you want the blood to go down here, yeah?
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
If it's very, very cold outside. Do you agree with that? Does that make sense
Yeah.
to you? Sit up a little bit, Alf, because otherwise we get a detailed picture of the inside of your nostrils. And let's face it, I know they're normally clean because you do a really good job of cleaning your nostrils regularly when you're
Ew.
hungry. Yeah, that's right. Right, now
Paddington
watch.
uses a toothbrush to clean his nose.
I wouldn't recommend you try it. Right, watch this. It's quite clever. If it is cold, then what happens is that we have something whereby this top bit undergoes something called vasoconstriction. Can you say that? Vasoconstriction.
Vasoconstricton.
Constriction. And basically, what that means is that this vein here, this capillary here, becomes a lot thinner. And this one along the bottom becomes a lot fatter. So where is the blood going to go?
The top.
No, it's going to come
The
along the
bottom.
bottom because it's got more space, yeah?
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. This has undergone vasodilation. What's it undergone?
Vasodilaton.
Vasodilaton. Okay, excellent. So, vasodilation at the bottom, vasoconstriction at the top. And what controls this is that gland. Do you remember the pituitary gland that I said was
Yeah.
just, can you remember where it was, the pituitary gland?
The top.
No. Yeah, near the top of your body. It was just
Uh,
underneath your brain, just in your head, wasn't it?
yeah.
So if it's cold, all of the blood needs to come down to the bottom where it's nice and warm near the center of your body. And that happens as a result of the top one becoming really thin,
And
vasoconstriction,
the bottom one becoming fatter.
vasodilation. Now, can you guess what happens if the opposite is true? If it's really hot outside, if it's really hot,
That'll mean
then
the top will get fatter.
yes, the top will get fatter. What do we call that?
Vasodilatation. Dilation.
Vasodilation. You get vasoconstriction of the bottom. So the top becomes really, really fat. This becomes really, really thin. And so all of that blood goes up through the top there. Make
And then your
sense?
skin is fat.
Well, and then the blood, that's why you get red-faced when you're hot, because all the blood is coming to the surface. Yeah, and it can all cool down that way. That's interesting, right?
Yeah.
Okay, mate. Well, next lesson we're going to go on to have a little look at how we control blood sugar. All right, and that's quite a complicated topic, but never mind. You've mastered this today, done really, really well. So thanks, Al.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Al.
Bye.
Now, I promised you that we would be having a little look at how hormones, again, control blood sugar. And look, I've done it in blood red writing as well. Blood sugar, just to give you the spooks. And this is done by one of those glands that we talked about last week. Now, can you remember what the glands were?
uh,
You remember any of them?
I forgot.
Okay, well, one of them, and the one that this concerns, is something called the pancreas. And the pancreas lives, if this is your stomach here, and you've got something called the gallbladder, and you've got the liver, and it comes round here like that. The pancreas lives just off your small intestine, just like that. So it's inside you, just underneath your stomach. That's where your pancreas is. Okay?
Yeah.
There. And your pancreas